Hello! Trying a new FOV to see if that looks better. But I have to re-record this, which is fun, because I did not want to save to my headset. But new weekly, it's fun. Basically, you start by running. I already tested this, but you can actually do this entire course without carving. Head up here. You're supposed to go over here. Head over here. Do a quick wall carve up. Down. Carve this. Carve around here. Carve again. Yeah, a lot of carving. No, and it's You're supposed to know. Shit. Not do that, actually. You're supposed to carve up. Tap this wall. Head around this. Head over here. Carve yet again. And tap this wall. But of course you can do this entire thing without carving. Which is fun. And of course, another Axiom announced that they are making it so if you get gold, you can get access to the weekly pro early, meaning they don't have to add in the weekly pro assets later. They add it immediately. Let's work on their part, I guess. But there are some fun tricks I learned with this one. For example, if we just run over here, we can of course carve. If we carve just right, we don't even have to hit the wall. I didn't there. Instead of taking the initial route where we take a little there, we actually can head back here. Head back over here and get some speed. Down there is a faster route, but it's also much harder, requiring you to hit a ceiling carve on a slant of surface. Same right here. Just faster routes that are harder to hit. Over here, it's pretty much the same. But right here is interesting, because if you do it just right, you can collect that. And I didn't do it quite right. But you can also just do that. Give me 1 second. Alright, cool. But you can just tap that, and if you do it just right to collect it, you can actually just head over here. And do that actually decently quickly as well if you don't have too much speed. Overall, there's a bunch of cool tricks that I want to just take a look at and things. But I'm getting distracted. But that's all I have for this one. Tell me how you're enjoying this weekly so far. And I'm gonna see if I can get a speedrunning test video out earlier than Sunday, because that's typically the time I get them out. Because I typically take a whole week to figure out how to get good tricks with them to go fast. Other than last week's, couldn't really do a lot there. I'm gonna be honest. I've been kind of slacking on the speedrunning tips, if I'm gonna be honest. But that's all I have for this one. Goodbye, and subscribe. What the fuck? It looks separate from the scrap run lights. It's only happening on that one, but it looks separate from the scrap run lights. That's weird. We'll also have this one. Goodbye, and subscribe.